It's Wednesday the 12th of May 2017 and I've come up to the Lake District for a solo walk this morning, and I'm parking on the car park at Cowbridge near Hartsop. And when I'm changed and ready, I'm going to set off over the little bridge at the edge of the car park here, make my way up through rather steeply through the woods that you can just see at the right of the picture. And today I'm hoping to get up from Hartsop above Howe, walk up the ridge there onto Hart Crag, Dove Crag and Little Hart Crag eventually, and then descend back down by way of Bakestones Glen. This is a very steep climb up through Lowood, and coming as it does at the beginning of the walk, you haven't got your legs going just yet. And apparently I've got about a quarter of a mile or so of this to do, which doesn't sound very much, but when it's as steep as this, I certainly feel it. That was a rather tough climb up there, and I thought I'd finished, but by the looks of it I haven't. All the way to go up there yet till I get to the top. And that's the climb I've yet to do. But I've got a lovely vantage point from here. As I stand at what appears to be the halfway point to the climb, across to my left here I've got Place Fell. More or less directly across I've got the twin tops of the Anglethorne Pikes. A little further along the ridge is Brock Crags. Slightly to my right is Grey Crag, and just off to my right are Hartsop Dodd and Dovedale Moor. On a relatively flat section at the moment, but there's more climbing to come up ahead. Having just climbed this ladder style in the wall here, a bit sadistic, I've now got this rather steep rock step to climb, which starts off by the wall but drifts off up to the right, I think. But behind me there's some lovely views, so I'll just take those in first. The higher I climb, the better the views are getting. This is looking back to Hartsop Crag in the middle of the picture. I think then over here will be Burks, that's the ridge up there. And I think across here is the ridge which drops down from Fairfield and Cofer Pike and runs up onto St Sunday Crag. and I suppose I better get this little monster out of the way. I'm making my way slowly but steadily up to the summit of Hartsop above How, and it's been far from straightforward really. Path's easy to follow, but unlike looking across from the other side of the valley, it's not a straight ridge walk, it's a bit of a switchback, and that's one of the higher points back there, and I'm just on another little climb which will presumably take me up here somewhere. Right, I'm just closing in on what I think is the first summit of the day, Hartsop above How. These are the views from the top of Hartsop above How. Looking northeast to Place Fell. The Angletorn Pikes. This is the ridge I've just walked along, above which is Rest Dodd. The mound in shadow here is Hartsop Dodd. Across here is High Hartsop Dodd, behind which are Middle Dodd and the highest point, Red Screes. Just to the perhaps the bottom right is Little Hart Crag, which is the last of today's peaks, hopefully. Dove Crag, the third of today's Wainwrights, is just to the left of the high point across here. And then across the dip is Hart Crag, which is the next point I'm going to. A little peak in the background here is Cofer Pike. Just peeping out across the way is Dollywagon Pike. So that's a pretty much all-round view from up here on Hartsop above How. So when I move off from here, I'll go along the ridge and start to climb up onto Hart Crag. Right, I'm well on my way again, and that's a view looking back to Hartsop above How. I don't think I'll make it up to Hart Crag in time to have lunch. It's 11:45 now, so I'll perhaps try and find the spot before I start the tough climb up there, have my lunch there. That's what's off to my right here. And eventually looking back on the left of the picture, the summit of Hartsop above How. And this is the path I'm making my way across. And ahead is the onward and upward progression. I'll be stopping for lunch quite shortly. These rocks over here actually look quite favourable before I start the climb. Lunchtime. I've just had a text from Barbara saying I bet it's lovely up here, and it is. Up here, and out across there, but not so much so over here at the moment. A few dark clouds massing above me. This couple passed me very early on in the walk, just above Lowood. But they've been behind me all the way since, but they've obviously caught up and passed me now. And they're on the way up to Hart Crag. So at this point, after just setting off from my lunch, I've got a bit of a quandary. The instructions I'm following say the left-hand path is a little easier, but there's a steep scree gully near the top. The right-hand path, which is more scrambly, is a bit more straightforward. Now I think this is a left-hand path that this couple on up here, if you can just pick them out. The right-hand path seems to go up there. So I'm a bit tired at the moment. I might just take the right hand path even though it's a bit scramblier. Well, rightly or wrongly, I've decided to take the left hand path. I think this may be the start of the scree gully, so I think the camera may have to go away in a minute or two. Well, I'm making my way up there using probably both hands. Up here are the couple I was filming earlier. I've been watching them going up. They've been making quite heavy weather of it. So it looks as though it may be a bit of a trial going up here, unfortunately. But when I get to the top and Hart Crag, that's hopefully the most of the climbing done for the day. Just before I do start the climb, however, I've got a lovely view back along the way that I've come so far. As I said, it's a bit of a switchback up and down over Hartsop above How. I'm sitting just a few feet below the summit cairn of Hart Crag, looking back down the way I've come up, and that's the easy part of the climb. Believe you me, what you can't see was really difficult. The first bit up was steep, second third of the way up the scree gully was really hard work. 3 points of contact all the way, 4 points of contact in most of the way up, if truth be told. Hands and feet together. But I've done it, got up here, so I'm hoping the rest of the walk will be a little easier. I've not counted my chickens yet. Very nearly on the summit of Hart Crag now, but just looking across to the right here to Heron Pike, Great Rig, part of the Fairfield Horseshoe. And you can just about see the summit of Fairfield just above this rocky outcrop in front of me. Right, well that's Hart Crag done, let's get off to Dovedale now. I'm just on my way down from Hart Crag now. I've done the hardest part of the descent. I'm about to just come into the little dip here to go up to Dove Crag, and there's quite a lot of people out today. Big group passed me on the way going up as I was coming down, and about 4 or 5 people have just passed me here as I'm sitting just having a break. Well, that's the descent done. I'll make my way up to Dove Crag now. Here I am at Dove Crag summit. The path which heads off down here is the continuation of the Fairfield Horseshoe Walk, but I'm going to turn left at this cairn here, make my way across here, because I want to obviously get back to Cowbridge, but I want to visit the cairn on High Bakestones as well at the same time. Off to my right as I walk down here is the path up the Dovedale Pass, which leads up to the foot of the climb up to Red Screes. This is the cairn on High Bakestones, and I've seen a lot of photographs of this, so I wanted to make a bit of a detour to come and see it, and it is rather impressive, I have to say. And from the cairn here you get a good view of the final 2 peaks of the Fairfield Horseshoe. It's High Pike. I think you can just see a couple of figures on there. There's some lads I've been following down, and just to the left and lower down is Low Pike. The path I'm on just passes above Scandale Torrent, so I thought I'd just nip off the path, come down here and have 5 minutes to sit and have something to drink. Well, the path up here is a little steeper than I expected, as is the climb up to Little Hart Crag. But I've come this far, so on we go. And here I am on the summit of Little Hart Crag. And these are the views from up here on Little Hart Crag. Looking back up to high Bakestones. It's just down to the left of the high point in the middle there, the cairn. Scandale Tarn and the Scandale Pass. Red Screes is across the way here. All the northern fells are off over here. And there's the cairn and the fells behind. The instructions I brought with me says that the summit actually has two distinct peaks, and the westernmost of which is the actual summit. So I'm just wondering if that's it over there. Might just have a wander across. Well, after coming up here, I don't know if this is the actual summit either. There's no cairn here. Doesn't look as high as it did over there, but who knows. I'll have a wander round. Now I've decided that the first summit I was on is the actual true summit of Little Hart Crag. So I don't know whether to go down over high Hartsop Dodd or not. That will stop the need to go back down the way I've come up onto the Scandale Pass. But I believe it's quite a steep descent from there. But, I might just have a look over. But I'm going to sit here for a few minutes and have something to eat and drink. And this is the view I've got ahead of me while I'm having something to eat and drink. Having made my way down from Little Hart Crag, I've decided to go back via high Hartsop Dodd. But the only problem with that is that I haven't got the route marked on the GPS, and there's a rather steep finish, I believe. But there is an evident path which goes all the way along the top, so I shouldn't go wrong. Well, I don't know if this is the summit of high Hartsop Dodd, but there is a cairn here of sorts. I would have thought the highest point was much further back over there, but who knows. Having got to the ridge wall, I'm going to start the steep descent now, and got doing knowing how steep it is. I've asked these three, but they're neither use nor ornament. So we shall see. Here goes. I just hope that there's a clear path down here, but you can see how steep it is down to the bottom from here. So without anything on the GPS, I'm flying blind really. Got a lovely view of Brothers Water from here though. Right, well, having come a couple of 100 yards down this stony path, I've got an idea of how steep it is, and it's steep. And it's going to be a little tricky for the next 100 yards or so, but when I get to the gate down in the bottom, it looks as though it's going to flatten out a little bit and become more grassy, so it might be a little more easy underfoot. And then I would imagine I go diagonal left across the field behind the barn, which you may be able to see in the bottom. My mistake, it's not a stile, it's not a gate, it's a stile. A rather rickety one at that. Well, I'm not quite at the bottom yet, but had to stop and have a drink because it's been a hell of a long way down there, and I presume that the red face has proved that. Yep, that's a hell of a long way down, considering the underfoot conditions for most of the way as well. I'm up round at last, hallelujah. These are the views I have looking back behind me now. And off to the back and left. And ahead and just off to the right. This huge rock is in the middle of the field, just to the left of the path I'm on. Right, I can't be too far from the end of the walk now, which is just as well, because I'm just coming to the end in more ways than one. I'm just sitting here by the shores of Brothers Water and having a wind down before getting back to the car. And would you believe it, I've walked all this way around, probably the best part of 8.5 miles, perhaps something like that. No problems whatsoever, and I slipped and fell coming down this little bank behind me. Unbelievable. This is Brothers Water at just after 5 o'clock-ish. And here I am back at the car, almost the last car in the car park as usual. I've had a lovely walk. It's been a tough one, but I've had a nice walk and the weather's been really kind today. Not all sunshine all the way by any means, but nice and dry and warm and pleasant enough. And yeah, quite a surprise to get the last Wainwright in the high Hartsop Dodd. I wasn't expecting to do that. But yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed my day. I'm certainly glad I came.